Hello guys, we will be trying out our new rocket stove for the first time. I saw this featured in YouTube and decided to have one made by our neighbor Ismail, who is also a welder by profession. How the rocket stove works is, first you put the fuel in the upper tube, then start the fire going. The air intake tube will draw cool air into the burning fuel. This mass of oxygen supply facilitates a more complete combustion of fuel particulates by burning the tiny particles that would otherwise escape. Rocket stoves not only burn cleanly, but also burns very hot compared to traditional stoves. A rocket stove will furnish a tremendous amount of heat for a little fuel and virtually no smoke. I have my firewood as fuel, ideally split more thinly. To light the fire, I have my box of recycled paper. These are actually my patient slips that contain my patient's chief complaints and vital signs. At the end of the day, I collect them and stack them to be recycled for other uses, in this case as fuel. This one says, wound on the left hand. This patient's chief complaint is malipong. He also has high blood pressure. This one is for a medical certificate. This patient says, sakit ang puspon. Let's see what else do we have here. We have a 2-year-old with a foreign body in his nostril. I get that all the time. Swelling of both ears. Okay. You remember Archie from day 5. Whenever I would let him out at night, he would come to this box and get a stack of paper and slowly shred it to relieve his stress. The next morning, I come out to find the yard is littered with shredded paper. So I'm getting the fire started. I have used 3 firewood at this point. The nice thing about this is that the ashes will fall neatly at the bottom. True enough, the fire burned hot like an afterburner of a jet plane. And if you listen closely, you can hear the humming of hot gas just like a butane torch lighter. Now that the fire is ready, we should now start cooking the halang-halang. Mommy Ginny Babe will be the one to slaughter the Bisayang manok. After chopping up the chicken, we will marinate it with salt. The next ingredient will be a mature coconut. Next comes the process of grating the coconut pulp. Then the coconut milk can be squeezed out from this pulp. You could recycle the kinudkuran as feeds for the chickens. This will make them fat and ready for the next chicken recipe. Maybe chicken curry or afritada. Eat well, my chickens. This could be your last meal. The pot is in place and the oil is being heated. First, saute the garlic. Then put in some ginger. This is melba corbita, and chicken halang-halang is her specialty. Next, we will put in the onions. When it's nice and fragrant, we'll put in our bisiang chicken. Mix it well with the spices. Bang bang, just put in tanglad. Next is the, ano na?
Sili. Di ba kulikot?
Sili kulikot.
Sili mo. Upuwag ito.
Sili kulikot na. Ano sili espada? Dahil pa. Bang bang, we'll be putting in the second tuno. The second batch of coconut milk extracted from the grated coconut pulp. That smells good. You may have noticed that there isn't so much smoke while using the rocket stove. The cool thing about this stove is it doesn't take up so much space like the traditional abuhan. It's easy to clean, it's portable, and you can take it with you camping or to the beach. It is also very useful during fiestas. That's why I had my neighbor make me 2 of these rocket stoves so I could cook more food during fiestas. Now to put in the first tunog with sibuyas dahon and sili at sal mixed in. So far, I have only used 6 pieces of firewood at this point. It is quite efficient and economical. Now to put in the last ingredient. Malunggay leaves, which we have growing in our backyard. You can put in any green leafy vegetable, but I prefer malunggay because it is highly nutritious. A little more cooking time and we will be done. Just make sure to taste it before serving.